we've grieved for years. And looks like more grieving.
Family members of this missing Butler County woman wait for answers after a shocking discovery near her property. Good evening. Jeff has the night off. New details now on the skeletal remains found in a wooded area of Butler County. Our CJ Cassidy live on the scene for us with more on this developing story. And CJ, do police have any idea who these remains might belong to?
Well, Kathy, at this point, investigators still haven't told us who those remains might belong to or if they even come from a male or a female. Now, we do know that some of those bones were exposed and that investigators have wrapped up for the night and taken all those bones and sent them off to an FBI crime lab. Now, obviously, a lot of questions out there. This is a case that people have been wondering about for 5.5 years since 74-year-old Mary Lee Grobe disappeared. And I must mention, her home is about 25 yards away from where I'm standing, her property rather. Her home is about 150 yards away, and this is an area that has been well searched by investigators for several years, and at this point, still a lot of questions out there. Many of them come from Mary Lee Grobe's immediate family members. Take a listen.
We've had questions for 6 years, almost 6 years. Sure, you know, we're full of questions. Questions that's had no answers.
Still, David Grobe hopes the discovery of some skeletal remains in Butler County brings him closer to knowing what happened to his mother. 74-year-old Mary Lee Grobe disappeared from her home back in September 2003. Her dog BB vanished with her but returned a few days later. Investigators won't say much about the bones, only that they were found about 150 yards away from Grobe's property in a heavily wooded area. There's a lot of speculation because of the proximity to Mary Lee Grobe's property that this might be her remains.
Yeah, certainly. I think it's reasonable for questions like that to spring to mind, but we just want to make sure not get in too big of a hurry and jump to any conclusions. It would be good and thorough. Professional lawmen, firefighters, professional search teams have came in and searched this place. They brought cadaver dogs that can find a body. How does a cadaver dog miss a body? Cadaver dogs, or any dogs that are used for search purposes, generally have a attention span of about 6 minutes. Having to search an area this big, you're going to get outside that attention span pretty quick. You know, it's not uncommon to right past these things unless you're looking right at something.
David Grobe watched investigators work from his mother's property. He says all he wants now is to be able to bring his mother back home.
I have no idea what to expect, you know. When there's certain questions that we wanted asked of family members and they were never asked, there's certain many family members that weren't talked to in the St. Louis area. You start to lose hope that anybody cares. Anybody's going to do anything to find the truth.
I did speak with Mary Grobe's daughter in St. Louis. Joyce Caldwell tells me all this has been very stressful on her, and she hopes to be able to finally lay her mother to rest. Now again, those bones have not been confirmed as belonging to Mary Lee Grobe, and there is going to be a press conference here in Butler County tomorrow. The sheriff says we will learn a lot of answers to a lot of those lingering questions at that time, and of course we'll be here and bring you those details as they become available. Live local, late breaking in Butler County, CJ Cassidy, Heartland News.